All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to you, Aki, and expressing His truth and truth sincerity. Excuse me for the background noise. I'm on a walk on this Saturday, July 1st. The Wadi Hal Bahashem El Shai June is over with that whole Pride Month garbage. But, I want to get into to today. It was coming up on the 4th of July, okay? All right, so-called Independence Day, which you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are still slaves to this day. And Baruch 3 and 8, it says, "For we are yet this day in our captivity, which we are subject to payments." All right, and you're still a slave. All right, you still got to go clock in. We're still at the bottom. So what are you doing celebrating your slave masters' holidays? That's for the so-called white man. July 4th for the so-called white man. That's for those don't tread on me Edomites that drive Dodge pickup trucks and drink Pabst Blue Ribbon beers. All right, that's for them. It's not for you. But our people will take that holiday as an excuse to have fun and let your hair down, so to speak. Well, the black women don't have no hair, so it's an excuse and justification to party. And we know what happens on July 4th with you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. It gets bloody. Chicago gonna be lit. Atlanta gonna be lit. St. Louis, Memphis, anywhere where there's a large population of you blacks, okay, it's gonna be chaos out here. All right. And the scriptures say, follow not the ways of the heathen. All right. The true Independence Day is gonna be when Yahweh Shai comes to get his elect, Lord willing, we're part of that number. Okay. And the scriptures also talk about the slain of the Lord shall be many. A lot of these so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man, you're still caught up in America, and you're gonna get caught up in that thermonuclear destruction because the Lord is coming for His elect. We're not out here to preach to black people, and yes, we're gonna go out there, today, Lord willing. All right, contrary to what these guys saying, we should get off the corner. All right, because first of all, we're not yelling and screaming at people. You know, the elder Karatazal Body the lesson this morning and last night on these young Johnny upstarts that are screaming and yelling at people. We don't do that. All right. We edify. The scriptures say, let all things be done into edification. And First Corinthians 14 and 26, I believe. So we're going to edify our people about these holidays. When these holidays were happening, you were getting hung, you were getting lynched. Even the brother, the priest Zakaria, mentioned that at camp 2 weeks ago on a Thursday that they use torture methods with you so-called Negroes in slavery where they put hooks into your sides and hung you. And you got the nerve to celebrate July 4th, and you're going to eat a bunch of abominable foods that God condemned in Leviticus, the 11th chapter, and Deuteronomy, the 14th chapter. You're going to eat a shrimp cocktail, all right? You're going to smoke Newport 100s in a box, Middleton Black and Miles. You're going to smoke all the marijuana you can get on that day, all right? We already know our people, all right? That's why the scriptures say, for my people is foolish, they have not known me. All right, you don't know the Lord. You're wise to do evil. You're wise to commit adultery on that day. And Exodus 20 says, "Thou shalt not commit adultery." So we know on this holiday, a lot of you are going to die, and you're going to get put back into the spirit world, and you're going to be back in the remembrance of who you are in the spirit world. It takes death. The scriptures say, "You shall know death by pain." All right, and a lot of you are going to get shot up this weekend, stabbed. You're going to get put to death for committing adultery because the stakes are getting higher. You know damn well you've been watching. You've seen YouTube videos about July 4th. You've seen YouTube videos about not celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, Juneteenth. The warning keeps going out, but when you get put to death, your ass is going to be on the 6 o'clock news. And he was such a good man. No, he wasn't. The scriptures say, "Whoever perishes being innocent." I believe that's in Job 4 and 7, or somewhere in Job the 4th chapter. So you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're not innocent. Hell, we're not innocent. That's why we're seeking mercy. That's why we're coming out of this world and seeking mercy from the Heavenly Father. Lord willing, we endure. All right, because we're not innocent. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. But the difference between us and you is we're out this world. We don't celebrate July 4th. We don't celebrate our slave masters' holidays. Matter of fact, in the Bible, it gives you holidays where you can have, you can celebrate and have fun, like Purim, okay, the Feast of Tabernacles, all right, and we have solemn holidays, high holy days like the Passover and the Day of Atonement. So the Lord lets you uh have fun, have fun, so to speak, in righteousness. We're not talking about worldly fun. We're talking about brotherly unity and worshiping Yahweh Shem Shai in truth and sincerity. That's fun to me. All right, that brings me joy, and I'm sure brothers can relate. But it's gonna take death by pain for a lot of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans this week alone. All right, now you probably already started on Friday, and then by the time you get to what Tuesday, which is July the 4th, it's gonna be a bloodbath out here with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. I guess somebody tried to steal your 40 ounce or your blunts or your Newport 100s in a box, and you just went to war. All right, the scriptures say, "My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge." Seeing thou has rejected thy law, I will reject thy children. A lot of you children are gonna get rejected this week. A lot of you mothers gonna be crying, singing songs and bringing flowers, man. And we try to tell you people what the business is as far as this ministry, man. Stop celebrating these holidays and stop following out the ways of the heathen. But I just basically got something to say on that, man. A little quick walk and talk, man. Um, I quoted a lot of scriptures. You know, you can go back and read those for yourself. But hey, be prepared to see more death with our people. And the scriptures say, "Pray not thou for these people." I'm sure as hell I ain't praying for these jakes, man. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.